welcome back to Finding Wendy. So it's been a long time for sure. So today I wanted to do a very special video because it is my 4-year Surgerversary. Wow, time flies, right? Oh my goodness. So I wanted to do a recap of what's happened in the last 4 years. I'm still hanging in there. I'm still trying to stay on track. But I've had many ups and downs over the last 4 years. And I just wanted to recap with everybody what it's been like, how hard it is, how easy it is, and all of the high and low points of my 4-year journey. It's not done yet. Still going to be going on for years after this. But I thought it would be very interesting for you who follow me here on Finding Wendy and you who follow me on TikTok of my journey. So going right back to December 2017, my highest weight was 450 pounds. I was completely immobile. I was incontinent. I had all sorts of health issues, and I was a mess. So I was scheduled to have bariatric surgery for March 2018, March 20th, 2018, 4 years ago. I had my bariatric surgery at Toronto Western Hospital. And in my first year, I lost 200 pounds in my first year. And so that's absolutely amazing. You know, that's a prime example of the bariatric honeymoon. The reason why you lose so much weight, first of all, I started at a very high weight. But the reason why you lose so much weight is because you have such a constricted stomach. You can only eat very small portions. It's all about calories. It's all about portion control. And of course, protein. So it was actually kind of easy because you just can't eat. You don't think about food anymore because you just simply can't eat. So when you don't eat, you lose weight. So it's just how it works with bariatric surgery. And there's all sorts of hormone things that happen. So you're just not feeling hungry. There's some big hormone changes in your body and in your mind that affect your mind, and you just don't want to eat. So in my first year, I lost 200 pounds, and I did some fun things, like in October of 2018, where I was about 270 pounds. I flew to California to surprise my best friend, Bryn, for her 50th birthday party. And that was great fun. It was the first time I actually sat and flew and was able to, use a regular seatbelt and not have the seatbelt extension. That was great. That was a definite VSG, what's the word? I haven't said the word in a long time. When you have, NSV, non-scale victory, NSV. So a non-scale victory was flying to California, not having to have a seatbelt extension, and that was great fun. In July of 2019, I went to Amsterdam. I flew to Amsterdam for my 60th birthday, to celebrate my 60th birthday in Amsterdam with my family and friends. And at that time, I was 235. I was in a lot of pain when I went to Amsterdam because I needed desperately to have hip replacement surgery. I was walking with cane. I was walking with a walker. And I was in a lot of pain, even though I'd lost so much weight. And then, so when I came back, I had my hip replacement surgery finally on August 21st, which was great. But I had tons and tons of complications. And I had to have the hip replacement surgery again on August 29th, a second time, because the incision would not heal. It was completely infected. It would not heal. I was in a lot of pain. I was very sick. And so on August 29th, I had the hip replacement surgery again. But didn't help. The incision just would not heal. So I had to have hip replacement surgery for a third time a month later on September 29th. So I was in and out of a hospital for almost a month and a half, close to 2 months. that I was on a very strong antibiotics. I had a nurse coming here every day to my house who was replacing my the gauze that was covering the infection and the incision, and finally it started healing. But I'd lost a lot of weight because I didn't feel like eating. I was really sick. So my lowest weight was 212. And that was the lowest weight. So I started working again at the Canadian Opera Company in November because I was out of work and recovering, and my sister set up a GoFundMe and to help pay bills, and it was, you know, a very, very tough time with that whole hip story. And so I started working at the Canadian Opera Company in sales and acquisitions in November of 2019. And then January 2020, you know what happened? The pandemic. So I was working with the COC, but then they sent us home and we were working remotely. And by the time April, May came, they laid me off. As you know, the entire world shut down. I lost my job and I started having to get income. Thank God the Canadian government had a program called the Canadian Emergency Response Funding Program, and I applied for that, and at least I had a bit of money to help pay my rent and things like that, but I started collecting a lot of debt. And so the gyms closed down, stopped going to the gyms, and the old habits started creeping back, and so did the scale. So going back to how difficult it was to continue the journey through the pandemic, being home alone, being confronted with my addiction. I have a food addiction, and snacking started coming back into my life. And that was really, really hard. That you know, you work so hard, but your stomach, you can eat larger portions again. Your stomach feels kind of normal, even though the portions are smaller than what they used to be. But the snacking, the chocolate, the popcorn, the snacks, they all started coming back into my life. So slowly the scale started going up, like a pound a week. And in the meantime, I was really, really stressed and worried about my income, really stressed and worried about getting a job. And so finally, after 2 years, after hundreds and hundreds of job applications that I was sending out, I got a job with the Toronto Symphony in December of 2021. And enjoying the job very much. And so my stress levels have gone down, and so has the scale. So in January of 2022, this last January, I started tracking my food again. My highest weight or regain weight was 280. Right now I'm 270. So I've lost 10 pounds since January, which is great. And I continue losing weight and watching the scale, tracking my food, using my app, and making sure that I have enough protein and I don't go over the 1,200 calories a day, and that I exercise and walk every day. So going back, my goal weight, if that's the thing, is to be back to around 225, where I was very comfortable and my clothes fit better, and I was just much happier then than I am now. I'm happy now. I mean, it's amazing how much I can walk. I'm walking almost 10,000 steps a day now. Working at the Toronto Symphony, there's a lot of walking involved, and that's really good for me, because I couldn't walk. I could barely walk from my couch to the bathroom when I was 450 pounds. And when I did, I was incontinent and never made it to the bathroom. So I was a complete mess, you know. It was the difference between then and now is huge. And I'm really, really grateful and really, really happy that I've had the bariatric surgery. And I recommend it to everybody and anybody that has weight issues, because it's, it really, really helped me with my journey. And the journey continues. So 4 years ago today, this weekend, March 20th is the first day of spring. March 20th, we're having our St. Patrick's Day parade here in downtown Toronto. And it's a great day to celebrate the fact that I'm so much healthier now. And, oh, I forgot, in October, oh my goodness, I also forgot, I had other surgery too. In October of 2021, I had emergency spinal decompression surgery. So that's another thing I forgot. So, yeah. I've had multiple surgeries in the last 4 years, and enough is enough, right? Enough is enough. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this recap, and it takes a village for sure. But the important thing is to always recognize that you need to work on this in order to continue with your journey. If you do have addiction issues, which I do, it's a definite food addiction that you need to constantly be working on. What triggers your addictions? What is it that triggers your addictions? For me, the pandemic was a disaster, and it really put a kink in my journey, so to speak, that I fell back into my old habits. And to recognize that I am a recovering food addict is an important step to recovery, and to continue on with making sure that I don't regain any more weight. So it's a win if you stand on the scale and you haven't gained weight. It's an extra win if you stand on the scale and you've lost weight. But it is not good if you've gained weight. So that's what I'm striving for. It will take a long time for me to lose like another 40 pounds, 35, 40 pounds. It may take a year to lose 40 pounds, but that's fine, as long as I don't regain. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me here at Finding Wendy, and we will see you maybe next year and my 5-year Surgerversary. But in the meantime, I post quite a bit on TikTok, and I hope that you can join me there on TikTok, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.